What up, chat? How we doing? What up, Foff, DJ, Rev, Jeremy, Dev? What up, Toasted, Ron? How you guys doing? What up, MD? Should we get a good stream tonight? Should get some volatility, at least. I mean, yesterday's plan worked well after stream. It just obviously didn't happen on stream. How's your day? Good, brother. What up, Jamal? Miguel? Most Fab, how you doing? What up, Dougie? What up, Scratch and Smith? Wills? Rob? How's your day? Great, brother. What up, Simon? Working out another oil TP. I saw it's moving. I saw oil be absolutely moving. I'm going to wait a couple minutes and then we'll dive into everything broader structure. We short or what? Not yet, Zay. I'm interested for sure. I'm definitely interested. One thing we do have is NQ is already just sitting at today's lows. So that's something we need to watch. What up, Brandon? And obviously, for those that don't know, we bombed the hell out of Iran yesterday. We're bombing the hell out of them tonight, and we plan to bomb them again tomorrow. So volatility should be there. Did you trade options today? I didn't. I didn't trade New York session today. I just watched the charts. How'd you guys do today, though? What up, AXP? AXP, you loaded the 750s? Interesting. Trump wilding per usual. Mr. Plum, that is an understatement thus far. That is an understatement. BenQ breaks under yesterday's lows. I think we can see a lot of downside. Where do you trade options on prop? Andrew, there are options prop firms, but I don't talk about them. I don't believe in the concept personally. They could do changes and I change my mind on it. For me, options, I love the uncapped potential to the upside playing the Greeks. I don't like the idea of trading an options account with a consistency rule. It just doesn't sit right with me. But if they create an account that was more so maybe like the flex accounts, but for options, maybe. But I don't love consistency aspects on an options account. It just doesn't make sense. Just the way I trade options. Sorry to hear that, Zay, but yeah, he'll do that. Good evening, Ant. What up, Kev? How you doing, brother? What up, Elder? Kev, one of these days, I got to bring you on as like a little special guest for the day. Andrew, I believe they might offer some type of that aspect, but a majority, there's a lot of limits on level 3 options with that kind of firm or whatever. But if you're looking for like spreads and stuff, you don't need a whole lot, especially now with the new margin rule change. You don't need a lot of capital to be sitting in the account to have that happen. Just running them down. I'm in, Kev. I'm in. It'd be sick if I started doing like Thursdays, we bring a guest on just for the fun of it. Yeah, defined risk. Andrew, that's a lot what Mitch does. He doesn't do credit spreads. He does debit spreads and butterflies. Grab NQ longs 29,377. If we get back above yesterday's lows, I can see that holding for sure. I can't. Craziest thing is if we see downside potential today, neither of these names are where my interest fully sits. But I'll go into that. All right, let's look. That's what I'd mainly be looking at if that sets up. But let's look at the daily charts. Yesterday we talked about how if we don't expect to get ES over 7630s and as well NQ over that 30,100s. I'd say we rejected pretty damn well. Pretty damn well. NQ closed very bearish back at the key support here around this like 29.4s, which is now today's lows. So far, we're fighting that already in this session. If we break it, I think it gets a little uglier. And looking at the structures of the charts, we talked about why we had a little bit of a thesis to go short off of the Dow and the RTY, kind of giving that overall weakness. So far, the RTY has triggered the daily lower high. The Dow is close-ish, not there yet, but close. I'll go into the Dow later because it has a lot of my interest. It truly does. But now ES and Q around yesterday's lows. That is what matters. That is the whole heart of everything on this session in the overnight, most likely. If we hold it, we may see more of a little bit of a range. We can maybe trade the lows up to the highs, highs up to the lows, or sit cash, right? If we break below, let's say retest from below and cannot get back above, the shorter term floodgates can open a little bit. I know a lot of people don't want to hear that, but like if we lose, you can just look at this area on ES. We'll go chart by chart. ES, once again, we have highs, lows. We're right at that mid area where we've been consolidating a lot. If we can't hold this on ES, this 4-hour structure is flipping more into a downtrend. If we continue to break below today's lows, the gates kind of open to like 530s, possibly even down here around 510s. And I really don't hate that at all. I don't. I lean more bearish to this session unless proven otherwise again. And yesterday obviously worked well. We just saw more of the volatility throughout the overnight, right? We took a short here. Asia ripstick candle stopped me out. I didn't get back in. It ended up trending all the way back lower into our target around 70. Set up really nice after stream if anyone traded it. I unfortunately didn't, but it is what it is. So you have the ES chart there. We go NQ, similar structure, right? You obviously have a brick fucking wall at 30,100. You have a brick wall support around this 29,300 and 29,400. If we hold this area, we can go just like this, right? We can build that out, not a problem. Even if we don't get multiple retests, we can go right back up to here. But if we do lose this area, it opens the gates for me for like 29,000, 28.9s. Now, one thing I don't want to do tonight, because yes, I am talking bearish. I don't want to be overly bearish to where I'm tunnel vision in only one direction, right? We have to trade the session. If we hold these areas, start to get more buying pressure, we got to look for longs. That or be patient, find out where you want to short and short. Because there's an area on ES that I do want to short off of. On ES, if we can get back up into this 570s area, I'm very interested in shorts off of that if we get up there. The other chart, the RTY, you can dive into. I don't really have a whole lot of plans for that. Obviously, it is a weaker chart. This is something that I'm interested in. I do have this trade on an account. It's on this account. You guys can see it open right now. I ended up getting in before stream. This, if we do break below, and I might start trailing stop to the open by now, or at least the session highs and just let it sit. But what I'm looking at is the potential of a daily lower high. If we break below 52,600s, this has a shitload of room to 52,340s, possibly even lower, higher, whatever it may be, just somewhere in that area. I'm targeting like the 400s area for now. We'll see if we get continuation throughout it. But we have the 4 hour. 4 hours more so of a slow grind higher. Obviously it went up, slammed back lower. 4 hour 3-bar play, trying to set up with these lows right here. If we get back above, I have no problem closing this position without hesitation. No problem. But if we end up getting weaker throughout even all of today, right? Today, New York session tomorrow, whatever it may be. this is a chart that I'm actually very interested in continuing to short. So I'll see what opportunity presents itself. I obviously ended up getting in on this little failure here. Got in once that started, and then we got a little bit of a push lower. But for now, I'm probably going to slide this to like 760s. So it'd be small risk on it. If I go 760s right now, the trade would currently be sitting 1-1. My goal is to just let this one go. I don't plan on looking at this account unless we need to on stream. I plan on using my other account, looking for trades on that, and just letting this one do its thing and just kind of forgetting about that chart. So we're going to go back to this account and we're going to look to trade this account. But I am actively in that trade. I think you might touch the daily 50 EMAs if you look at EMAs. I'm not going to put them back on the chart just because then I'm going to get the question of what EMAs do I trade? Where's the 50 sitting? Boys, it depends on the overall structure. I don't have a subscription to Gamma areas, but I use Mitch, right? Our power hour guy, or not our lunchtime guy. If I go here, here's today's structure. And if you see at the moment, we are fighting this 550s. Well, I should probably put this on this side, take this chart this way, and then go back here so you can see it. At the moment, we've continuously fought this 550s. Once we broke below, we started to see a little bit of selling pressure down into this like 545 area, which we're sitting at, which is yesterday's lows. If we break this, we can start looking towards like that 530 to 520s area with a big key target around 510s. So I like the thesis of it, but this is also partly why I'm willing, if we get back above 55s, to short 570. If we touch 570, I will likely take some type of short on that as just, all right, this is either going to hold and reject or we end up getting above it and I'm stopped. Yeah, Moise, I don't have an active subscription for it. I need to get one. I just use Mitch's Gamma that he posts personally, but I love using it. It helps me a lot throughout trading, just paint structure, right? Because even the 70s area, if you look, it's a pivot that we're currently watching from the end of day where we respect it. So that target area in general is something I'm going to have my eyes on and watching. There's a lot of factors to pay attention to. Obviously, oil is one. Oil, I know I said I wasn't trading this yet, but my God, has this thing just ripped. We talked about it getting to 79. It's already there. She's already retesting this big area, which is something we need to watch. If we end up rejecting this, could see a pullback. If we consolidate underneath it for a little bit, it can gain my interest in a break. If we break that, I think there's a lot of opportunity for longs. Traded oil today. Hell yeah, brother. How often do you have to check the Gamma update? And Mitch uses like those Gamma levels that I just showed. Mitch uses those for the overnight. And then he has pre-market levels that he uses throughout the entire day. He doesn't actively update them throughout the day. We trading oil? No, I'm likely not trading oil tonight. Just because it's already moved like 20-something%. I'm a lady. Did I call you not a lady? If I did, my bad, but I do that for everybody. Not brother. Oh, I call everyone brother. So that's just how I talk. I'll try not to, but that's just how I talk. It's okay. I appreciate it. Essa, do you notice what chart I have up? I'm not ignoring you. I'm getting the answer before I comment on it. I'm looking at gold. Don't you worry. key pivots here on gold for me, 40.50 and then this like 39.80s. Mainly because it's these lows on the 4 hour. If we continue to push, like let's say we push below the open and we start pushing lower, I like 39.80s. 39.90, 39.80, just somewhere in this 10-point area. I like it. Especially this 4 hour failure to go higher. If that can continue to hold, we push below the open. This chart looks weak, right? If there's been a short in the market, it's been on gold continuously. If anything's going down, it's likely gold. It's had somewhat of a relief rally, but it is continuously just getting smoked. I still love the concept of gold 3,700. I still think at some point it gets there. It's just when. But for now, basically just watch the open on the lower time frames. If you want a lower time frame kind of resistance, you have 412s, right? Just the session pivot area on the 5. Above that, 425. So if we continue to hold the open, get above 412, you can look for a short rally to 425s. Over that, you have room up to 450, 460s. But I definitely lean down more so on this chart towards that 39.80s to start. And then if we break below that, obviously you're probably going to start looking drastically lower. Because below that, you don't have any data until back here, in which you're going to be looking at around 39.65s, which is a little decent pivot. So like 39.80s, 39.65s for me. Yeah, for those of you that are on, I am just leaving that YM short that I have. I don't want to put that as the focus because I want to trade the other account and just work towards that as well. And just know that is on in the background. I'm just leaving it there while we look for other setups. But I really don't hate a thought of patience, kind of waiting for this to retest. If we get buying pressure, get something up to here, and then you look for that bigger short. Because then you have an hourly kind of lower high. And that could happen midday tomorrow, which is the unfortunate thing, right? It doesn't have to happen right now. It'd be a pretty strong candle if we got up there based off how slow we're trading. But if we do continue to hold this like 45s area, there's a chance we get buying pressure back to the upside. I was in MGC short when the tweet happened. Then I saw oil midday and had a small breakout. And now I'm in an oil long since the open. Hell yeah, Ant. Hopefully it works. Oil is at a huge resistance. The hard part for me is when like if we talk about oil and I look at this, it's like, this is hard for me to long because we could easily pull back more aggressively. But a bigger consolidation here, I do like if it sets up that way. Sorry, I'm looking at charts right now. I was in MGC short. Nope, already saw that. I left work early to trade oil with you. I'm going back to work now. Well, good boy NQ. I mean, at least you're making money one way or another if you go back to work. How do you feel about daily targets? Like my daily profit target is 800 daily on my Lucid funded. So if you have a daily profit target, do you have a daily profit loss? That would be more so my question. Like, do you have a locked out daily loss limit? Yeah, MD, I'm talking broader scale. You got to remember, when I look at charts, I look at the broad aspect of a bigger continuation. You can easily rally intra-session for sure. But for a larger move, like another couple percent, I would just need some consolidation. Okay, so the only issue I have with that, unless you have like a 75% plus daily win percentage, the issue I have with that is your loss lockout is larger than your profit lockout. I don't love that concept. I don't love it. But it is good if you want to ride with the consistency and feel yourself like chasing larger numbers to have a daily lockout. I don't like it in the long term. If it also depends on your trading style. I don't like it in the long term, especially for me personally, if there's no consistency on the actual account itself, because I don't want to limit myself with trades. What do you think about VWAP grind? I just haven't used it a lot. I have it sitting here, right? But I used to use it in the beginning of my career. I don't have a whole lot of trading with it. If you're interested in VWAP, Alan is your guy. The 1 a.m. Eastern to 3 a.m. Eastern, A Zhang, he trades VWAP and uses VWAP all the time. So if you want to learn VWAP, talk about VWAP, that is the chat, wholeheartedly. And that's something I'll do. If you guys ask something about a certain concept that I just don't have the detailed knowledge of using, then I'm just not going to talk about it. I wanted your opinion. I mean, if it works for people, use it. That's something I say about everything. No matter what indicator, what aspect it is, if it works for you, use it and let it ride. Kind of low probability as a level. Could be. I mean, it depends how you use it, right? I don't think every time a VWAP is tested, you should short or long. I think you should have conviction behind your trade based off of structure as well. What are we doing here on the charts? I'm actually going to be a little more patient. Well, no, I'm just going to tighten the stop on that YM. I'm tempted to go full out because I think the market can rally back higher throughout this session. Yeah, for now, I'm going to go full out the YM on that account. So small win on that account. I'm just more skeptical of us holding yesterday's low on ES and NQ. Because if we hold, we can get that rally up to 570s, which is what I want to short off of. What would this be? Oil's rejecting a little bit. Be impatient for sure. That oil resistance will be cut like cheese. If we keep bombing and stuff, it will be. Eventually, it'll probably be cut. But for now, I think it has decent potential to hold. MD, I doubt the second part of that's going to happen because it hasn't happened yet. But no, I mean, we're supposed to be in a heavy conflict with Iran over the next few days. Trump came out and said it. I'm watching the broader hold of yesterday's lows. So I think we can break them. I just don't know if that happens yet, which leaves us potential up towards 57, possibly 70s, which is where I'd be more interested in shorting it. I'm going to try a little bit of a long on MES for now. I'm okay with the risk just because I want to short higher. And I'd be looking at something like this, with a stop around 44. How you feeling about GC today? Not overly interested in it just because it's in this kind of funk. GC's kind of just sitting in this until it gets out of that. No real conviction for me. If it gets out of that, yeah. I mean, if it continues to break below the open, I think like 980s can test. So that's the broader game plan right now. Is I'm looking for that rally up into that 570s area that we can later short off of. And if I'm wrong on it, I'm wrong on it. Risk isn't crazy. Grind, I thought his announcement was Thursday. Is that a protein shake? No, AXP. It's just espresso. We always vibing. What up, Blambo? How you doing, brother? Oh, I also got to put... Chat, since you guys stopped degenerately gambling against Jake, we do have giveaways back. So if we do get 150 thumbs up, we can run a 25K giveaway. In a shaker cup, I had it in mason jars, but the one mason jar chipped, and yeah, I didn't love it. So I kind of just started using shaker cup for now. I do have more mason jars I could probably use, but I just started using a shaker cup and I just kept using it. Might be a little bounce on gold digital. I don't hate the daily structure holding this broader area at all. Doesn't even have to get all the way down here. Even if you want a short, inside bar looks good. Even if it wants to rally up to like 440s, 450s, and then reject that area, push back lower into tomorrow's close. But at the moment, we are seeing a little bit of downside on the indices. Might have been in early if this rally does hold, because that 15 just pushed lower, closed the 15 uglier than I wanted, which then flipped the 30. Because the 30 was failing to go lower, but that last minute push kind of tanked it a little bit. So I might need to stop. It's in a shaker cup. Protein shake comes after stream. Most Fab, you're short in gold? Hell yeah. I don't like that big rejection back below yesterday's lows. So I'll probably eat a stop on this one in a second. Small stab was worth it. RTY fighting yesterday's lows as well. Why I'm kind of far away. So is England going to make it tomorrow? I'm going to guess in the World Cup, brother. I have no clue. I don't know what team is the best. I know all of chat wants France to do well. I know we asked chat who's going to win it all, and a mass majority said France. Messi will destroy you. Dude, I've seen a lot of Messi hate lately. Anytime I see anything about soccer on social media, a lot of it is Messi hate. Damn, you only get 4 options for a poll. All right, I gotta tighten this up a little bit. I'm trying to make a poll. All right, Chad, I only had 4 options, so I had to do a different poll. But I have a poll. I'm trying to figure out what prop firms you guys like the most. Messi's good, but I don't know if they'll be enough. They have not been consistent in games. That's what a lot of people have been saying. You like Argentina, but you don't see them winning or clear winning tomorrow if they do. So you need to be more of like Argentina's either not going to do well or it'll be a tighter game. They just won't win by a landslide. Yeah, most FAB. I just don't have the options. I only use Top Step because I have a MacBook. And what's that have to do with it? Yeah, this is a poll that I want anyone who can to at least give me somewhat of an answer so we can run off of it. I know you can't just, I know if you have 2 options like Lucid, TPT, you kind of can't. I put Tradeify and Lucid together because they're a similar firm, basically. And then, obviously, I just put TPT and My Fund and Futures together. Hell yeah, Rag is up. Love it, brother. Ant, you've never figured out how to do any other prop firms. What do you mean? Like you haven't figured out how to use the broker with them? Because I just use Tradeivate on my actual web browser. I mean, that's how I trade. I've never owned a Mac, so I also don't know what the issue would be. What, have you traded all of them? Hell yeah, sunshine. To my vote of futures currently, blew my Lucid. Still have my Tradeify that I won from Rake sitting there waiting for a rainy day. Love it. Dude, I wonder if anyone actually uses like the Tradeivate desktop browser. Because I think it's the exact same thing. I think I have it on my computer, but I always use browser just cause. I use browser, yeah. It's so much easier. I don't see the point of opening up the desktop version if it's the exact same thing. If it was different, like TOS, web browser versus TOS desktop are completely different platforms. So I can see if someone like one of those over the other. If ES can't get back over 48s, we may see another push lower to get that stop. I do like that we swept low of day so far, but we are fighting, obviously, the prior low of day. 2 minute not looking good. 2 minute looks like it wants lower. I wish that 30 held, but in the last minute, it tanked. Oil spiking high a day. Dollar's obviously not open yet. Yeah, and there's something I don't love about certain platforms like that. Like I love using Trade C, but I don't like the way the trimming works. Because let's say if I put trims on the chart and my stop gets filled, you can't add OCO orders and you can't have more contracts than technically you have. So if you can have a full stop if you have trims as well at times. Ollie, you're probably right. I don't have the overall rake trades levels marked. There's a chance we do head down towards 40s. I mean, we're already almost there. There's a chance we come down and retest this broader area. I wanted to see that hourly close strong, or the 30-minute close stronger. It was sitting up here when we went to the close, and then like the last 30 seconds or so, it pushed lower. So now I'm fully anticipating eating a stop on this. And I'm not too stressed about that. Eldred, I actually thought it was going to be different than that. I thought there was going to be like at least 20, 30% using Top Step. Because they have ride or die people that if they've used Top Step since day one, they continue to use it. That is one overall prop firm that many people, once they use it, they stay. It's like a little cult that stays. As long as they keep paying you, you'll keep using it. Agreed. I mean, there's nothing wrong with Top Step, right? I just don't like the way they did certain things, but as a company, there's nothing wrong with them. I did try Lucid, and I liked it. I love Lucid. Lucid and Tradeify are by far my goats. At this point of this 5-minute rejection, I am fully anticipating that stop to get hit. And at that point, for me, it's no longs unless we get back over yesterday's lows and try to flip the 5-minute. But my dream world short was just up here. So far, we ain't gonna get it. I used Top Step when I started 2 years ago. Got my first payout through them. You can't be Lucid and TPT uncapped payouts. Brandon, Lucid doesn't have uncapped, I don't think. Unless there's an account that I don't know of. I think Lucid is top right now. Best rules and quick payout. I don't know how or why people use Apex still. I'm going to be honest, Warrior. I forgot about Apex and didn't even... I should have put Apex near like Top Step, but I completely forgot about it. Completely forgot about that. Oh, Lucid payout quickness is the quickest in the entire industry. Oh, for sure. And I would never argue that differently. Chat, I didn't get filled on that. You guys can see that on below my name. So we'll see if it fills, but so far that didn't fill me. And my stop is at 44. Slow stroke. I'm still not stopped yet. I mean, we are literally a tick away. So I'd be shocked if it didn't. Tickling the ball sack edge? Yeah, it is. I'm watching it on the Dom get within one tick and just keep bouncing right there. Chat, if you click the other option, what prop firms do you use? Curious. Because I know there's a shitload of prop firms out there that people use. All right, now I should. Okay, there, I got stopped. It needed a little more push. So the initial hold didn't work. Order filled. Yep, there it is, eh? Alpha? Fuck. Ali, too soon, brother. Too soon. Always, eh? You know I don't care if I get stopped. Dude, the alpha shit is crazy, though. I read, since I didn't know a lot about it, I read into it a lot more last night. That shit is wild. Mainly you traded by, but you like FFF? Okay. Moise. It would take a lot of work for them to come back. A lot of work. I mean, it's not the fact that they canceled the accounts. It's the fact that they denied probably hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars in payouts. That is hard to come back from. Wholeheartedly. And I mean, Jake alone. Jake probably took one of the biggest hits on this alpha thing. Just in general. Because his big account that he was trading in the morning was alpha. They denied so many millions. Dude, all I see, if I go on social media, all I see is alpha futures, alpha futures, alpha futures, just nonstop. What's the alpha thing? Brandon, I don't know exactly what all I can more so go into, but they created a broker, the main broker, which is NinjaTrader, Tradeovate. They didn't come up with a new deal with them. And this is all on Twitter. They posted it themselves. They couldn't come together for a new deal with Tradeovate and NinjaTrader. Their new plan that they had made, I forget the name of it, but they were already losing millions of dollars in it. And it was a negative plan. They weren't profiting at all on it. And when they lost the NinjaTrader deal, they canceled all of those plans because that was the main broker you could use it with. And so all of the accounts got closed that had that. Wiped all profits. You got a refund on your account investment. And any open payouts that had been approved but had not been completed were all denied. The account that Jake was trading that was up like $100 and something thousand, that was one of those accounts. So Jake lost that entire account that was one or 2 days away from going live. So, I mean, for him alone, dude, that's... Oh, yeah. His account that was at like $260,000 was that account. Is that not grounds for a lawsuit? Hunter, the way a lot of these are structured, I guarantee you, and obviously I'm not a lawyer, I don't know shit, but if you look into their TOS, it's probably in there where they can close an account at any point, at any time. Was that money made though? This is why you trade your own money? Visual. Valid argument. At a point like this, I mean, valid. This is also why, like, I only stick with, you guys know, since the beginning, I stick with Tradeify and Lucid. I do not steer away from those. If something happens to one of those two, yeah, you can call me out because those are the main two firms I've backed since I started. But those are the only two I talk about. I'll occasionally mention deals from other firms. It takes me a lot to put my name like behind something. But I think Tradeify and Lucid are great companies. The bigger problem when this happens is it puts a lot of hesitation on overall prop firms. And it just comes down to the back end stuff, right? If smarter people are running it, you'll be fine. Was that money made though? Zay, That was the account that Jake was continuously taking like $5,000 payouts every single week because all he had to do was log 5 days or whatever. I think he was one payout away. So this week payout would have taken him live. And his goal was he was trading large size, growing that account to send it to a live account with as much as he could. So he grew it up to $250,000, $260,000 and then just gone overnight. Oh, it's terrible, MD. I saw so many people that had like $15,000 payouts that were approved. The balance was taken out of the account and then gone, but it sucks. Luckily, I didn't trade alpha. Some of that money's A. What it used to be with some firms is when you go live, you could take the remaining balance besides what you take live. But obviously, prop firms realized they were getting smoked on that, so they put regulations on it. Like Apex, it used to be when you got to the live aspect, they had a big uncapped payout. That's why the largest payouts in the industry are $1-2 million. Because of the Apex 20 accounts copy traded, and you get that last uncapped payout. A lot of firms have steered away from like the uncapped aspect. But there's usually a number that you can take once you go live of your balance. You just got to look through the rules of the firms. Hunter, but yeah, I guarantee you someone will try something with a lawsuit. I don't know anything about that though. Chris. Yep. Yeah, dude, if you could share GIFs on YouTube, that'd be sick. So the poll's kind of how I expected. I expected Tradeify and Lucid to be top dogs wholeheartedly because they're hard to beat. TPT, my fund of futures. I expected TPT to be a little larger. Top Step, I expected a little more as well. Obviously there's just a lot of prop firms out there, but so far, you've only said 2 other prop firms that people have been trading. What's gold doing? Dollar is open. So let's go here. Marks a dollar. Dollar daily's back at the massive resistance area. We're down at 42s. Yes, we have that. I still want the larger rally into 70s to short, but I don't think that has to happen. So that's why I'm being more patient. If we do get over yesterday's lows, I'm fully open to longing. Because then a lot of time frames are more so a broader, so far failure. Why do you think people stay away from TPT? I personally like them. Have they done anything shady? Mental, not that I know of. Not that I know of at all. TPT is one of the top firms out there. I think Tradeify and Lucid just have a majority of the share in the space, which is crazy because Lucid's a newer company. But I think they just have majority share at the moment. I still think Top Step's way up there. I think just less of my chat uses Top Step. Because there's Top Step goes live. They have 3,000 or 3 to 5,000 people watching. Appreciate you, Bass. People don't like intraday. Agreed. And does TPT have multiple different types of accounts or is it just one account? Like I said, I've never traded them. Traders like the Lucid Degeneracy. Dude, I love the marketing from Lucid. It is my favorite marketing out there. Just one, that's fair. I use one of Futures Family. Nothing wrong with it. If you like using it, use it. I've personally never traded with them. A lot of people will know like the bigger thing in the beginning, but I mean, obviously, technically different owners now. About to make some ramen, not too many groceries. Temporary, you got to hit some TPs. That way you can get some more groceries. Fill the fridge up. SO, is it monthly payment on the eval? I mean, something as well with, even with TPT, I can get why someone's like, I don't love their rules and stuff. The way their funded and Pro Plus structure works is why their rules are the way they are. They have the most uncapped potential on the overall funded accounts. Just passed my Lucid 50K flex shorting. Hell yeah. While we're above yesterday's lows, longs are back on the table. Probably going to wait 6 minutes for Asia open. It'll suck if we open Asia and just face rip. Because obviously the initial plan was that long. No, Zay, there's nothing wrong with that. Because it's like jumping into the New York Open as well. May you please stop laughing at what's within your fridge? Temporary. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you because my fridge is also currently fucking empty. I don't go to the grocery store a lot. I live with my brother. We don't buy like a shitload of food. So when we run out, like our fridge, the number one thing in it is like my brother's lunch meat for sandwiches, sauces, and like 40 energy drinks. That's it. Temporary, we're back above. Well, NQ is not above PDL, but ES is. ES is, RTY is. Like, I like the longs. I just don't want to jump in. Like, if we didn't have Asia open, I'd be willing to take a risk. But we have Asia open, so I don't love the fucking risk. Continuing the theme of no food in Ron's place. I mean, if you're an OG, you know. You know my fridge been empty for a long time. Zay, this is basically what we got. I mean, beef's in the freezer. It's not in the fridge. Fees are once a month to pass the exam. I mean, I feel like for what Lucid offers, or not Lucid, what Tradeify offers, that's worth it. Not Tradeify. I'm dumb. What TPT offers, I'm going to name every prop firm until I get it right. What TPT offers, it's worth it. Because once you get to that Pro Plus, yes, you have the trailing drawdown in there. But once you get to it, you have the daily payouts. Most firms don't offer that. And if they do, you look towards Tradeify, which has a $1,000 daily loss limit on it. So there's cons of every single account you're going to be able to get daily payouts on. Temporary, you want me to take the trade instead of you, so that way I take on the risk and you don't? I mean, I don't hate the trade. I hate Asia Open. Like, I love if this plays out, even if you want to throw, I would definitely be like that for a wide stop. Something like that. I don't hate the trade. I just hate the open in 4 minutes. Yeah, meta. That's why yep, because at that point, oh no, you go to the Pro Plus when you make 5K or whatever, or 10K. I was thinking of that. Are we gonna fly us free money? We'll see. It would be more annoying if it does. but I would want some type of pullback. Normally at the Asia Open, we get a little bit of volatility both ways, so I'm open to stalking this and taking some type of entry. But we'll see. Zay, Temper, you were talking Zay's language. Zay wants nothing but the bullworm right at the Open. Temporary's trying to tickle my inner degen. Oh, you and NQ as well. Oh, you want the straight bullworm. I mean, chat, if you are long, I hope it fucking works for you. I hope it works flawlessly. Unfortunately, I have to wait 2 minutes for that. I can't let my inner degen take over, even though it could work. But I got to stay true to how I want to trade. You got to remember, if I'm in a trade that is working, I'm fine holding it through the Open. But if I'm looking to get in a trade, I don't want to get in right before. That's like same with New York Open. If I'm in a trade from pre-market that's doing well, I have no problem holding through New York Open. I'd probably size down a little bit with New York Open because lately it's been hell. But I don't look for a trade right before it because that's just not, I don't love that type of uncertainty with it. Even though this is going to bite me in the ass. Not buying 47 with a stop at 40 and letting her rip. So we are in full port in CPI tomorrow. Not me, brother. I know there's going to be a lot of people that, oh my God, I did the CPI strategy. It didn't work. Well, you kind of deserve it if you do that. You kind of deserve it. Look, she's flying free money. Like I said, I hope you bag. It is going to suck ass that we are ripping into this. Because now, that's what the hourly looks like. But if this is what the hourly looks like, there will be more potential. Fortunately, I got to wait. But y'all knew the strategy over yesterday's lows. I wanted longs. I wanted us to stay a little lower for Asia and then rip. We're now trying to fight a 5-minute uptrend. Longs are back on the table. Once again, I got to wait more, I think, on these sessions. Because I think in the past 2 weeks, probably 70% of my losing trades, we've been wicked and then it's gone. Exactly how we wanted it. It's free 100 points. I'm so sick. It is. And there's a couple more for you, brother. Might be a free 400 points. Bad Open. We'll see. Like I said, you see volatility both ways in Asia Open. So it's just what is this 5-minute going to do? Where are we going to hold? Although you just read chat and it's temporary talking about how he wants to absolutely yeet. That really sucks. Because we actively just drew that. So that sucks a little bit. I'll keep watching though. If it's going to continue to long, we'll have entries. Wait, so Temper, you took it and you didn't add? What was your plan to add? We got the long and the damn retest. Retest of what? I would want a retest of yesterday's low. Wait, temporary. You're telling me you just sent 942 messages about longing and how it was free money and how I should do it. And you never did. That's how we're doing. Like, consistently saying you need to long, like free money. Look at that beautiful entry, and you didn't take a single fucking contract. That's how we're doing this? That's 30-second ban. We can't do 30. It's either 10 seconds or 1 minute. You got free money in your head. Yeah, temporary. That's going to be sitting right next to the Bugatti I got in my driveway. That's also in my head. You want 10 30-second timeouts? That'd be funny. Just time him out. Wait till he talks again. Hit him again. Wait till he talks another time. Hit him a third time. I mean, beautiful test of the open on NQ. Like we said, Asia Open, you get volatility both directions. So we'll see what this does. Now, uglier. Temporary. I just hope to, like, gosh, that you did not FOMO into that for some reason. Because that'd be painful. Back when I was trading in 2021, 22, then I took a few years off until this year. I bought the NinjaTrader lifetime license in 2021 and reactivated it. I gave I should start using it with prop firms. Ron, I don't know what the lifetime license for NinjaTrader is. So I don't have enough to really talk about that. Oh, fuck no. Good. Also, someone asked a question earlier before temporary popped off. Now I got to scroll up and find it. There's something about adding. And I don't know how long ago it was. Sorry for spamming. Brother, do what you want to do. It don't bother me. It don't bother me at all. Bro, how many messages? I can't find this fucking comment. Whoever made the comment about adding, can you throw it back in? Because there's so many messages in the last 3 minutes that I cannot find it. Holy volatility? Yep. Question. Did anybody short the open? It was me. I was asking, do you ever size into full risk? Yeah, fast. I do. No problem with it. With that trade, I likely wasn't looking to size into full risk because obviously it was against the trend, even if it went above the open. But like for me, let's say this trade worked and I truly wholeheartedly believed 570s. And here's the thing too. I need full conviction one way to add into it. So that trade I likely wouldn't because I was looking for the rally to short off the highs. Whereas if, let's say we got in at 70s and we got our entry, we came back down to like 60s, pulled back up to like 64s, set a lower high and then started to break, I would have no problem adding in this area if we triggered with conviction. Or you wait till we get below the open, right? Oh, wait, we'll take this one below the open. Get below the open, get the retest of it, and then add on that short retest. Typically, when I add into strength into a trade, it's when another setup is happening where it's like, hell yeah, I would love to get in here if I wasn't in a trade. Because then you can move your stop to where that trade should be stopped and usually have the same amount of risk. What's your analysis of oil? Sometimes you guys. Analysis of oil. Oil is strong as shit. I mean, oil is ripping. Over and over. MD's about to get his 80 target. Oil has gone up from this area 12%. Now, what we do have on oil is this big ol' ass area that I damn it, that I really don't want to long into. And that's why I'm not paying attention to oil. You guys know when oil rips, I love oil. I don't like these bigger daily pivots and us testing into it. At some point, I would anticipate some part of a rejection off of this. Now, mind you, if we just straight rip over this and never come back down, oil is insanely strong. And it likely continues to show strength. And there's a chance that it just screams to the upside. But structurally, I would love to see somewhat of a move off of that you can look for a higher low on and then trade it that way. I do want to hit that 80. Hope you get it, brother. So far, it looks good. So far, most time frames are aggressively strong on this chart. Dollar hasn't moved, which is interesting. Gold just got smoked and then bought back up. Came back down to 990s. This probably stopped people out, though, if you were short, depending on where you were short, obviously. So indices came down, hit new lows after failing to go higher on the hourly. I mean, if the hourly holds down here, this chart is horrendously weak. Past one lucid funded, 1,000 away from another. Hell yeah, Brandon. Most Fab, you got hit break even and then saw the continuation on gold you wanted. Sorry to hear that, brother. That sucks. Yeah, Shaboinky, most of the time when I'm looking at broader structure, I just zoom out, look at the daily chart. And I go look at it, if this is a 5-minute chart, and this is how I trade nearly everything. If this is a 5-minute chart, would I want on long right here with this resistance above? For me, no. Give me a few daily candles that I can watch, maybe a higher low, maybe something on the 4-hour to set up. And then I would like to see that continuation. Am I wrong for thinking the hourly on NQ wants to go to 100? Downside 100? Temporary. This is my problem with exactly where we are. NQ obviously hasn't swept the lows yet, but we just opened the hourly. Yes, this hourly looks horribly weak. The way I look at it, though, is this hourly hasn't closed yet. So this hourly looks weak for now. We're 10 minutes into the candle. We just erased half of that candle in the last 20 seconds I was talking about this. So it's just, how does that candle close? And you start looking at the structural aspects of it. This is the 15 you're trying to currently trade. For me, wait for this 15 to do something. See how this behemoth of a candle wants to close, and then trade it. This is a 125.15 minute candle, which isn't insane for what we've seen. But just like that, you want to see the hourly see 100. While I talked about it, it just ripped 100 points to the upside and is now above the prior hourly high. That's why I don't love getting in, unless I have strong conviction on a setup. That's why I don't love getting in at the beginning of a candle. But we are volatile tonight, for sure. We're back above yesterday's low. You're not telling me this got an entry, and while I was looking at NQ, it set up. Son of a bitch. If this entry goes straight to 70, temporary's getting a week-long timeout. His GG's for a week. We're not seeing him again. I'm sorry. Nah, brother. I was talking. It's not you. That's me for not focusing on the chart. PL trades, you got stopped in both directions. No, Polar Bear, he doesn't deserve a lifetime because he's actually cool and talking in chat. But you know, a couple 10 seconds at least. Is anyone ripping this volatility right now? I know there's scalpers are probably fiending off of this. Should put up no LARPing. What up, Alan? How you doing? I'm still in my longs. XP. XP. We know your stop loss is hundreds of points. We know you're not getting stopped out. Peter, then you got to be on my streams when I take a trade. That's how that works. I'm not in a trade every second. 150 point stop, light work, AXP. Alan, I attempted an early long because I was looking for the support hold for the overall rally into 70. Similar thing to yesterday. I got in like 20 minutes early, got stopped on the pullback, and then it ended up holding. HB, I know, brother. I know. Shaboinky, you gotta remember too, people are used to, if you look at most traders on YouTube in general, they take quicker trades where they're more so on the edge of scalping. A lot of traders are. I trade drastically different from a lot of YouTube traders. So when outside people come in or people who have been in chat, like other streams on this channel, they want to see a lot of trades. I don't do that. Y'all know that. I have no problem not taking a single trade. I have no problem taking one trade and it being a loser. I also have no problem taking 3 trades if the opportunity is there. But I'm usually looking for broader moves, so I don't trade nearly as much as most. Yeah, Peter, no problem. But no, I take trades. I have no problem taking trades. You can literally see under my name that I took a loss. So there was a trade. NQ flying. NQ's flying, falling, flying, falling. If NQ can hold above the open, we get that potential to the upside. I still like ES, but what do I do with this 5-minute candle? Y'all know how I trade. This would have to be the setup I take. As much as I love this, I don't love a 12.5 point stop. So when we're this volatile, I know there's going to be opportunity. If we got to wait, we got to wait. She's locking a 12.5K payout from Lucid. Hell yeah, troops. Congratulations, brother. You have 45 NQ micros. AXP, why are you trading so light? Why are you using small size? Normally, you're like, you know what? We're bagging up. This is up and down is wild. Fair. Valid and fair. You think NY has been trading cleaner than Asia? I wouldn't say yes, Polar Bear. I mean, it depends also. Like, if you look at yesterday's Asia, it traded very clean to our trade plan after stream. But this initial part traded like shit. If you look at New York's open, this initial part traded like shit. After that, very clean downtrend throughout the entire day. This initial part, after this little clean downtrend, trading like shit. We will likely get a trend. It's just went. But no, the open has been more so, at least the first hour and a half, I'd say, that I'm on stream, hasn't been like clean trending price action in weeks. And it's just something we've had a few days of it. We've capitalized on a few, but a lot of them are just smaller cuts. Not always troops, but sometimes, yeah. You haven't checked Nikki today, even with another monitor. It's doing not as bad as what the indicators are doing, but not too far off. Well, I'm on the 15-minute. Never mind, it's been doing the same shit. But also, chat, I will say, if anyone's wondering why I'm not actively trading this, if y'all know my broader trading strategy, the way I would have to have my stops, unless I'm scalping this, just isn't worth it. You're going to long this retrace? I'm going to wait, personally. But if you like it, let her rip. Oil's still going. MD, you're close, brother. We're teasing it. What'd the 15 do? Big rejection of the open on the 15. 30 outside bar, hourly. Completely erased the move it just made. You need it. Like I said, too temporary. If you want a long, let her rip. Brandon, where'd you get in at? I just had a flashback from last night. I'm just, with this much volatility, I'm not trying to buy supports and short resistances. Yes, is it working? 100%. I would rather trade a trend because I know I would be more irritated if, let's say, I bought this, went for this kind of long, and then we just came right down here and got stopped. It's not something I'm overly dying to get into. I have no problem waiting for cleaner price action. How many monsters do you drink each day? Well, it depends. It depends. But no, usually I have one energy drink a day. I'll drink a little. I drink one in the morning, which I should probably switch to coffee in the morning, but I'm okay with energy drinks because I don't really trade the morning session. So I'm fine with that. And then I use coffee in the afternoon. Oh, Chris, it's not just those. Those are when I buy them from like the store or the gas station. Normally we got first form. $3 plus game for today? Hell yeah, MD. Yeah, I feel like a lot of chat's kind of sitting where I'm sitting and just waiting. Sugar free all the way for me too? Yeah. Chris, I mean, sugar's just going to add more crash into it. I drink them over time. I don't like slam them. And it's just something I vibe with. I'm getting old. I can't drink coffee after 5 p.m. on a weekday. Well, see, Elder, it depends on when you go to sleep too. If y'all know me, most people say like, oh, you can't drink coffee after like 2 p.m., 3 p.m. But they go to bed at 10, 11. I usually go to bed at like 1, 2. So that adds a couple more hours. So far, we are back below yesterday's low. Crazy volatility. If this just hits the lows and goes right back up, what do you do? I don't like hate the thesis of being risky and trying to take stabs, but I don't want this to be like a degen hours type thing. Because that's what I feel like it would be for me. Where are we at in the play? What's happening, Chris? I'm just waiting. I like the longs over yesterday's lows to 570s. But now with the fact that we are ripping on a 5-minute candle, selling all the way off, making new lows, ripping back higher to make new highs, going all the way back to the lows, that ain't conditions I want. I want trend. Probably a short or a range. I would love 570s to short. I would. You know why I'm in micros? This shit is ridiculous. Agreed, AXP. Well, AXP, you're looking at a longer term trade, or is that for just like today? Because I know usually you swing years. Trues, what's crazy is I know there's people in the chat, they're like, dude, why isn't he entering? Which I know too, if Jake was in this price action, he would love it because of the volatility. So I'm going to trim and swing. Beautiful. This is a wild night. I mean, out of the outcomes from tonight, this is the least of what I expected. This much volatility within a very, not even small range, within like a 20-point range. And then Q ripping up and down 200 points-ish, 160. What's up with the volatility? Probably something to go along the lines of Asia session. Plus, if anyone doesn't know, the U.S. has been bombing Iran for like the last 2-3 hours again. And they're going to do it again tomorrow as well. So that doesn't help the factor. Why are you not entering? Oh, yeah, I should just buy evals and just yeet them. Polar bear. I've said this. Those of you that have been on, I say that way too much, but I said this weeks ago, maybe even months ago. That peace deal is not coming anytime soon. It's probably sooner than it was before. But, I mean, with what we're currently doing, neither country is going to bend the knee. The U.S. isn't going to bend the knee and concede to Iran and go by their rules. Iran's not going to do the same to U.S. Iran does not care. I'm an equity trader on international brokers. I don't have access to futures, else I could be more helpful. Chris, on IBKR, you should be able to trade futures. You have full margin requirements, though, so it's a little pricey for you. Give me a small little yeet, bro. Good boy. You put in your name, you're trading NQ. Above yesterday's lows, let her rip. Yeah, margin's full margin on IBKR. You have to pay to add it. My contract went up a few grand, red in 5 minutes, back up a few grand, red in 5 minutes, now back to green. This shit is worse than GC right now. AXP, just close the P&L and just stare at the chart. Don't do the math. Well, Chris, the biggest thing is you just have the actual overnight margins. Like Tradeovate has the same margins as IBKR for the overnight swing, but day trading, they lower the margins exponentially. So happy with those. MD, the craziest thing is like it seems like the US thinks that range is going to bend the knee, and it doesn't feel like it's happening. Because every night we hit them, they hit us back, then we hit them, then they hit us back, then they hit 2 more ships in the straight, then they hit us again. Alan, what's the margins on it? Because a micro on MES for Tradeovate is $50. I'm about to be right again. HB, quit looking at the P&L. HB, you had in 370, didn't you? Or did you add? I'm a natural night owl, Chris. So am I. That's why this is the #1 session I trade. Well, this to like 2 a.m. There's a lot of really nice moves throughout the overnight. It's actually crazy how the U.S. is always in a war. Well, Polar Bear, it would be crazy if we didn't have a military-industrial complex that fueled the economy. Then it would be more crazy. But no, the U.S. thrives on war. That's just how we function. It does, Chris. The only thing is, because you're mainly just an equity stock trader, right? Not more so options. If so, it's essentially just slightly leveraged shares is the way I look at it. We make money on war. We do. So the U.S. is always going to be in war. There'll have times where we're not, but then we'll, like, while Iran was cooling off, Trump's like, you know what? Hey, Cuba, how you doing? And thought about it. And then we went right back to Iran. Yep. It is like an ETF because obviously SPY, you know, is ETF off of the S&P. Yeah, it's just slightly leveraged and trades the same as shares. If you want like a lower Well, it depends on the financial aspect you're willing to risk. But if you're trading equities, you likely have a larger cash balance. Depending on where you live, you could look into Trade of 8, which is a futures broker, which is what I use to trade. And they have lower margins. So you don't need like an exponential amount of capital in it. Went to the gym. What the hell happened? Sea cricket. Bro, I don't think anybody knows right now. I see why people low-key hate the U.S. Well, rare. People hate everybody. Good morning, good evening. How you doing, Khalid? Nah, Brandon, it's not war opinions. Like, I'm not saying war is good, war is bad, anything like that. I'm just talking about what's going on. Trust me, I'm not someone with enough depth of knowledge in that category to be someone that has like a valid opinion that I'm pushing to the world. No. Oh, not me, chat. Okay, chat will always. Chat will always have war opinions in general. Did I miss much? No. I took one early long off. This is my thesis, looking for a rally into 75 or 570, 5770s. No. No wonder I said that wrong. I typed it wrong. I said the right number, but I typed it wrong. 7570s to look for a bigger short off. What up, A Miller? How you doing, brother? Good night for a lotto trade, CJ. This is 100% like lotto trade territory. But for me, this is beyond DGen hours. DGen hours, I want to be like somewhat of a volatile range where we're getting structure in between. Maybe even a little bit of a trend. And then we can DGen off it. Can you show the 1, 5, 15 and daily on ES? Yeah. 1, 5. Are you talking to me or on the broker? Either way, I'm going to do it. But yeah. 1, 5, 15 daily. The current broader trend, long scalp. I don't hate it for sure, but I'm just stalking. My problem too is I don't scalp. I really don't. This is a giant bull flag. It's a flag. I'll give you that. The daily charts are in flags, if you want to call it that. Consolidations. Weekly's here, you know. But you're talking a 7,300 to... You're talking a 400-point range on ES. 28.5, 31. So 2,500-point range on NQ. So yeah, you can definitely say we're flagging. But we're in a massive, massive range. I'm a scalper by trade and love. Chris, you would probably love futures then. Do you eat a lot of ground beef? Totally bear, yes. I do. I eat a lot of red meat. What up, King? How you doing, brother? So too extended. What do you mean what's too extended? I wouldn't say the daily's too extended. And that's the thing though. If you look at the daily chart, you can trade any direction on any given day because of the structure we're given there. What I'm currently waiting for is this chart to chill the hell out. Y'all know it'll happen eventually. But once the volatility starts to chill out, then you can actually look for solid risk to rewards on trades. I trust the market like a rattlesnake in my pants. Fair, Chris. Fair. Can't argue it. What that dollar doing? MD, I see you did get that take profit. I know you mentioned it in chat. Congratulations. Gold's almost at the open too. Interesting. Dollar's fighting. Bada bing, bada boom. Nice part is volatility's cooling off. So now we can watch charts a little bit. What's his volatility, brother? You got as good of a guess as mine. Retest the level and down. We could retest the open, but at this point, with how many times we've tested the open, if we get back up there, I would want to break. I still would love 75.70s. I'm going to take one small stab with a stop at 45. With volatility chilling out, actually, I'm going to go 44. So I would put my total risk on the session at 300 if that loses, which would probably be where I'd call the trading on that account. So that's just for that account. All right, let's see if that goes. Bears want to buy lower, greedy bears. Bears are always greedy, dude. You could have the strongest rally in the entire market. All bears want to do is just find the short. You'll ride with me on an eval? Hell yeah. Yeah, guys, you got to remember too, this is not, look what we've been doing. This is not the most pristine market. It's not. For me, I'm just looking for this overall support to hold, continue holding. We got back above yesterday's lows. I'm trading the plan from earlier. Above yesterday's lows, I like the long. I would have loved it a lot more like 48s, but I'm willing to take a stab here on it. 5 close, good. 15's obviously an inside bar, so nothing crazy there. But we were just extremely volatile. We'll see if that volatility dissipates fully or if it's going to chill. Yeah, Chris, normally volatility is not this extreme at Asia Open. Usually we get somewhat of a consolidation into it and then somewhat of a slower trend after it. But obviously there's a lot of shit going on. Alan, that's why I'm targeting it. That's why I'm willing to see the rally up towards 570s. Because if I take a bigger short, that's where I would want it to happen. If we get up there, I'm probably not just going to blindly stab shorts. What up, Zay? Don't know if you guys already talked about Alpha Futures, what's going on with them. I keep seeing so many IG posts about them. Yeah, AJ. I don't talk about it a whole lot because I didn't have a lot to do with Alpha. I traded one eval with them, maybe 2 in my entire life, and I haven't used them since. Obviously, Jake got screwed over heavily in that whole ordeal. Not the greatest thing, and it's not a good look in general. So, yeah, there's a lot going on with it. Sucks for anybody that had an account in profit and or requested a payout and it got denied. I mean, it's terrible for the industry as a whole, just seeing it happen. But just know, Jake took one of the biggest hits out of most people probably on that whole ordeal. No, Polar Bear, he can say, it's just, you bite your tongue in the end, because who are we to really dive insanely deep into it if we don't know like the whole back end deal, you know? The easiest thing I can say is go to Alpha Futures Twitter, and that'll tell everything. TPT on top. A lot of people love TPT. Let me see what the poll's at. Other is slowly growing, so we got a few of those. Sounds bad. It's not good. It's not good at all, I can tell you that. Yeah, Chris, that's just what I'm watching in general. Because we likely have a little bit of a battle here between like 40s or 50s and 60s. Over that, we can see a quick move to 70. It's also just following the broader gamma structure from Mitch, right? We're right around here right now, around the open. That's right there. That's up around the 70s. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. Then premium's gone. Yeah, Swanson, there's a lot of people that are going to be like that, and it sucks to see. It does. I've never personally, luckily, I haven't been trading with them at all, so I'm cool. Like, it didn't impact me, but you hate to see it in the market, and people get technically screwed over in the end. Appreciate you, Chris. Yeah, the ledger. That's why I'm very cautious over what firms I trade. I'm very cautious of it. I mainly only trade Tradeify and TPT, or Tradeify and Lucid. It's just, those are the ones I know that I've gotten payouts from. They treat me well, and those are the ones I stick to. Agreed, Chris. It's also like it can make the move, but is the move happening soon? You know, is this the structure that's going to hold that gets us up there? Is a big question with it. By the way, chat, don't forget to like the stream. There's still 200 of you guys on here. I'm probably going to, this number gets us to giveaways sooner. If not, giveaways ran at the end of stream. So at the moment, it's looking like giveaways at the end of stream because we're struggling on likes today. Let's see if we can get back above the open on ES. We need RTY above yesterday's lows. Dollar's starting to pull back a little bit, which is good. Chris has my charts all messed up. I was like, why does that look that aggressive? Because it's charts I don't look at. Yeah, dollar's weaker at the moment. Gold a little stronger. Oil hesitating a little bit, nothing much. NKD trying to hold, but not doing well yet. 50s is a good support for now. And if we get below it, we likely try to fight yesterday's low again, which I just don't want to see. Yeah, Chris, when I take entries, I just let it do its thing. So like right now, if this stops me out, it stops me out. I would be at the max loss I want to take on this account personally for the day. So I probably wouldn't take another trade. And whenever I trade again throughout the rest of the sessions, I would just use my other accounts. Used to be big with Top Step, but they've been on some BS lately on top of their crazy prices. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people don't know. When I first started trading, obviously Top Step and Apex were the top firms. Those are the only ones I traded. My biggest future or prop firm payout was with Top Step for like $12,000. But I've taken a lot from Top Step, trading with them early in the days, but then they changed a lot of their rules. Appreciate you, Ledger. Have a good one, brother. Looks like we're going to reject. Can't get the broader hold unless this 5-minute pushes up in the next 2 minutes. But volatility staying in. Can't get us out of this range. Likely going to go back towards the lows. If it stops me, like I said, I'm likely done trading for the day, but I'll stick around for a little bit, especially to run the giveaway. I just want to break. You can want, wish, and curse all you want at the money moves, but the bitch will do what she wants. Agreed, brother. Agreed. All right, I got stopped. Didn't work. I like that above the open, especially NQ back above its open. And the dollar is showing relative weakness. It still looks weak, which irritates me. And if this hold, that'll just suck. You ready again for sure if you check? AXP, you got in 370s, right? Appreciate you, Chris. Thank God I turned off the dollar P&L. You're probably around break even. Maybe a little green. So 200 on an email, you're hot. Hell yeah, Miller. Got to be fuming. Now, while we're within this now, though, I'm not trading. So what I'd be more interested in is like 10 p.m.-ish type of trades. Yeah, Chris. Agreed. And even with this account, like this account's locked out for me no matter what. And if we end up holding and getting that move, I'd be irritated about it, but there's nothing I can do at that point. I took my stabs, took my trades, lost what I lost. I'll be watching later on in the night session for other setups on my other accounts, but probably not this one. What up, G? Alpha Future's taking a bitch slap? It is, and a lot of chat keeps asking about it. Appreciate you, Chris. Means a lot. 2 scalps and got the fuck out of the way of this chop. Have a good night. Hell yeah, Tiffany. Happy for you. I think the rule of only being able to win one giveaways hurting the likes. Probably, Rob. Probably. Well, there's people also that just like to stream, right? We don't want to push just for likes. But it was nice to see what the actual numbers usually are when we don't run giveaways. But no matter what, I mean, I'll be running the giveaway in 3 minutes anyway. I'll run it at 5:50 or 8:50. So let me open that. What's your stream times? Mine is 7 p.m. Eastern to 8 p.m. 9 p.m. Eastern. I can't talk today. Ellen is 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. Jake is 8:30 to 11:30. Mitch is 12:30 to 1:30. And then Lamelli is 1:30 to like 3:30. Who thinks I win today? I hope you do, AXP. Is the market choppy like this very often? No, King. It's not this volatile chop. Usually it's slower chop if it does. Enjoy, Chris. Appreciate you. Watch out. Yeah, XP's going for the gusto on the swing. Shit's John Wigan. Yeah, it'd be like that. Barking conditions like this are where I wish I scalped. Watch out. Where are you from? If it's 4 a.m. Is it somewhere in Europe? I would assume, based off the trade times. Saudi Arabia. Okay, same time zone, maybe somewhere around there. All right, chat. Couple seconds, and I will rip the giveaway for y'all. Where we at? 12. All right, let it run it. Chat, we got 4 minutes on the giveaway. Enter the giveaway. All you have to do is type exclamation mark enter in chat. Simple. Exclamation mark the word enter and then send it. I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick, and then this is on for 4 minutes. I'll be back obviously in a second. So make sure you get in and then enjoy. All right, how are we doing on the giveaway? 99 of you guys in here. Chat, if we get more entries than likes on the stream, that's just disrespectful. And we might. We're close. My tube, you spelled it wrong, brother. It's an exclamation mark, not an I. I did not enter. Appreciate you, Ollie. Ollie, you haven't won before, right? And I think you just don't want an account, knowing you. All right, you have 50 seconds left to enter. 50 seconds. Showed up at the perfect time. Hell yeah, Connor. For on to rig it. Damn right, Connor. Damn right. Where are we at? 20. Where's the XP sticker so I can delete it? XP, you're in. I seen it. You have a ticket. Delete AXP. Let's see. Edge over NQ. I don't know if I've seen you type in chat before. Are you here? AXP, dude, everybody got beef with you. He don't need it. He got an edge. Ollie, valid point. Valid point. Also, if anyone's still in longs or took longs again, market looks fine for it. 23 people like to stream in 3 minutes. So, dude, it always happens when I start the giveaways. Everybody likes to stream, but no one likes it before. First time winning? Hell yeah. I see you've been in streams for a little over a week now, primarily mine and Alan's. Appreciate it, brother. So all you have to do is, Ollie's already one step ahead of me. There's my Instagram. Shoot me a DM on Instagram saying that you won with your Instagram name or your YouTube name. May or may not have taken that long up 419s. You're a lurker? Love it, brother. This is going to irritate me when it rips. We are scumbags for giveaways. I know you guys are. I know you are. I just realized my entries were within half a point of each other. They were at 50.75 and 50.25. Yes, let me know when you shoot me a DM so I can check, make sure I got it from you. Hell yeah, Rob. I probably should have just ran a smaller size, wider stop on this with the volatility. Because what would have made more sense looking back on it? Took the long here. If I took like a 10, 11 point stop and just let it ride, it would have been fine. Obviously, risk to reward is lower at that point, but risk to reward doesn't matter when it comes to conviction over setup. So you have that. We'd be looking at like that. It'd be like 1.8, so that's still not bad. That probably would have been a more ideal stop. Like it was just too aggressive with it. This is likely going to work. At least so far it is. Sniper gang, hell yeah, Zay. There's too many ladies in my DMs. No, Connor, I have more. Dude, people would think, like, you post different types of stories, whatever it may be, gym pictures, like trade wins, whatever it is, brother, you will have more dudes flood your DMs. Like if you post that thinking you're going to get women flooding your DMs, it's not true. Not true at all. You will have 50 times, like a 50 to 1 ratio of dudes sliding in your DMs over females. And that's just how the world works. I've DM'd you before. Everybody does, dude. When I used to send like gym or post like gym pictures all the time, it would be just a mass amount of dudes like just complimenting. So far, the overall perspective of the rally into 75.70s is slowly working. We'll see if it works throughout the rest of the session. I'm going to be off in like a minute or two, personally, just because I don't want to watch it rip while not trading. I'll slide your DMs. Appreciate you. I feel gay now. Zay, you've been in there. See you, Dub. Ledger, please, for the love of God, don't do that. Please, of everything, do not do that. See you, most map. Good luck on the exam. Yeah, Connor, I know. A lot of people do. Got stopped out, and now there's rip. It's part of it. Sucks. It sucks. So far on stream this week, I think I'm down like 3R, which isn't crazy. That's one winning trade. So men got to stick together. Damn right. Damn right. But if this does end up getting more of a rally throughout the overnight session, it'll give a lot of potential. Especially broader holds. If we look for bigger potential, like if we get over 570s, you have a decent amount of room higher up towards like 590s. If that happens, there'll be a lot of opportunity. But with that though, chat, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. Just because I'm probably not going to watch this rip after getting stopped at the lows. But I'll be back tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern. Alan will be on 1 a.m. Eastern. Obviously, y'all know it. Most of y'all are going to be there. With that though, y'all have a great rest of your night, and I'll see you tomorrow.